Hi everyone, it's Elaine from Anabella's. Welcome back to FlossTube 199. Very happy that you're here today. I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day and that you got to do all kinds of fun things and get in some stitching. I had a nice Mother's Day. I got to see my kids via FaceTime, of course, and chat with them a little bit, which was great. Got to see the grandchildren. So it was very, very nice. Anyway, I missed you last week. We were at the All Things Disney retreat with Priscilla and Chelsea from Stitching with the Housewives. Every time we do a retreat with them, I say it's fantastic and that it was the best. And this one, I would say, was the best. We had such a wonderful time, and Zinnia was there. So as you can imagine, she stole the show. That's Chelsea's daughter. And then Matt flew in to spend some time with them after the event and brought Cash along. So we got to meet Cash and Matt, which was fun. We all went out for a nice dinner at Benihana, which was a lot of fun too. But just a wonderful, wonderful retreat. We had a great group. Some of them went over to Epcot and they got in an evening at Epcot. And, you know, we did all the things we do at the Anabella's retreats. We had a huge raffle, lots of games, lots of time with Priscilla and Chelsea, lots of prizes, great swag bags. They had a great finishing class with Priscilla and Chelsea. I'm sure if you're on social media, you can check that out and see how everybody's pieces were finished on a beautiful board that Priscilla obtained for us for them to use, as well as some other goodies. So it was just a really, really, really fun weekend. Terry and I actually did something a little bit different. We usually, turn right around and come back the day after the retreat, and he was with me, and so were the two pups. But we decided to stay. It's very windy here today. It's making me nervous. We decided to stay an extra day, and it was so nice. We sat out by the pool on Monday, took a 2.5 hour nap. Then we walked over to Disney Springs. We were at the Hilton Disney Springs, so it was very easy to get to, to walk just over the passway there. And we were able to go to dinner. We went to the Boathouse for dinner on Monday night, which was fantastic. Great food. It makes me realize how much I miss Florida seafood, I have to tell you. When you're in the middle of the state in North Carolina in the mountains, you don't get fresh lobster. I mean, you do, but it's frozen. So it was just super, super fun to have a nice relaxing dinner. Walked around quite a bit. I got in lots of steps. And I said to myself, if you can do 16,000 steps in a day here, you can get to the gym in North Carolina. So we'll see, I'm up at 5. I don't know what's wrong with me. Just go to the gym. What in the heck? So we're working on that. What else was I going to tell you? Anyway, it was just fantastic. And I can't thank Priscilla and Chelsea enough. It's a lot for them. They come from Chicago or from Illinois and from Wisconsin, so it's a hike. And then traveling with a baby, I remember those days, not fun. But they're troopers, and, they're just so personable, so down to earth. Everyone loved the time that they had with them. We had a dinner, a meet and greet the night before, which was kind of hard to really meet and greet too much because we were all spread out in the room, but it was still nice to all be together. And that was just an add-on that we did at the last minute for folks. So just a fun time. Anyway, I'll put up some reviews so that you can read all about them if you're interested in learning about what people have to say. I think the biggest complaint was the room was really, really cold. So far, knock on wood, no one's ever come away from an Anabella's retreat with COVID. So it's either a very cold room or COVID. So cold or COVID. But lesson learned, we need to make sure that the hotel gives us better control over the air conditioning because it was a little too cold. But that was it. So pretty good, not bad. Folks are already asking, are we doing another Disney retreat? And the answer is, if you know from my past videos that I'm trying to, step back a little bit from the big ones. But if it's an event that we can do with Priscilla and Chelsea, then hopefully maybe in 2027, 2028. I haven't talked to them about that, but hopefully you can expect another Disney retreat. I don't know if it will be with them, but of course, we'll try in a couple years. So we'll see. Just stay tuned. Okay. Let me talk to you a little bit about a couple of things before I go on to new releases. I'll show you some new releases from Anabella's. Then I'll show you some new releases from other designers so you can see those too. I'm going to give you a little update about retreats at the end. It's not going to be a very long video today. It is Thursday I'm filming. I'm hoping to work from home tomorrow. I've got a little bit of a scratchy throat. It's not COVID, but I think it's pollen. It's so bad here, you guys. My car is covered in green fluff. What is it? Like green? It's just like green fluff. And, you know, I'm allergic to pollen, so there's that. So I'm thinking that's what this is. But I just want to hang out at the house tomorrow. Anyway, have a nice long Memorial Day weekend. Okay, so let me talk to you a little bit about our Bella bags. And you may be wondering, what in the heck is a Bella bag? So Terry and I are trying to streamline how we communicate with all of the folks that, you know, work with us, whether they're customers, whether they're designers, whether they're shops. So our newsletter is really the one place where I know that I can reach everybody at once. So every month we design an exclusive chart that is never ever sold to the public. It is for newsletter subscribers only. And they can elect to receive that exclusive chart with an add-on Bella bag. And what's in a Bella bag? All kinds of fun goodies. So let me show you what was in our May Bella bag, which has now been received by everybody who opted in. It's a patriotic she shed. So how cute is this? Everybody loves a she shed or wishes they had a she shed, even if it's for stitching. But you can change the name on this. You can put, you know, hen den, that's what I call my place at home, or anything that you'd like, or just leave it blank. But we have a nice quilt out front. We've got some flowers. We've got the pretty golden retriever, just a fun stitch. There we have the weather vane up at the top there. Just a fun stitch. I finished it off with some fabric. I don't know where I got this fabric. I think it's Riley. I think I got it from Riley Blake. I wish I could tell you. But let me show you what else was inside their Bella bag. Now, Bella bags are a bag, a pink Bella bag. Now, June Bella bag is on sale right now as far as newsletter subscribers who want to opt in. That bag will be available for you to order until the end of May. At the end of May, that will close out. We'll place our order for all the tchotchkes, and the next Bella bag will open up for registration. Look down below, and that is where you can sign up right now to become a newsletter subscriber if you want to participate in all of these goodies. So let me show you everything you get in a Bella bag. So of course they receive their chart. All of our charts are in full color. They're very easy to read. This design is stitched with DMC on 28 count of fabric. So they're going to also receive the fabric right here. Whoops, upside down. They receive their fabric to stitch, and then they receive backing fabric in this little Bella bag, okay? So this is a little Bella bundle, and there is the fabric that I used to finish it off. So they're going to get a piece of that. They receive a set of John James needles. We're having some trouble right now. Boheen and John James needles, I believe, come from France. And unfortunately, there's not a single supplier that we do business with that we can get any more needles. So I don't know if we're going to be able to continue to offer needles in the Bella bags next month. If we don't, we'll put something else in place. They also get the floss pack. So they receive a floss pack with all of the called for colors so that they can go ahead and stitch that patriotic she shed. Here's a fun needle minder. It's not a needle minder, it's a floss drop. Between needle minders and floss drops, I don't know what in the world. Okay, so here is the floss drop. Everybody has a charm, so that's just like a red, white, and blue charm right there. And then all the cards, I think when I designed this, I made all the cards different. So really cute. There may be a couple of duplicates, but for the most part, you know, each of the cards are different. And I love this one. There's enough cards, obviously, for as many skeins of floss are in the floss pack. So they got that. And then in this little bag, which is itty bitty, we try to package things up so that they don't get lost in the bag, in the Bella bag. This says demo on it for me. My team always makes sure that they make me a demo of everything. So I look at everything before it's sent out to all of you. I approve it. And then I look at, and I keep one aside for myself so I can do these videos. So let me take everything out of this little bag so you can see what's in here, because there's a lot. It's amazing what we can stuff into one bag at Anabella's. Okay, so you got a bunch of things here. Okay, so the first thing is they get a little tiny needle minder. So this is a little sewing machine. So they received the needle minder. There's a mint. There is some rickrack, because whenever I do a finish, I always want to make sure that I give you the option of finishing off your pillows with rickrack. Due to time constraints, and because I do all of my own finishing, it's rare that I have the time to add rickrack, but we know that many of you like it. So we go ahead and we include that. And then there's a little button so that when you go to cover the hole on the back, if you finish it off the way that I do, you can go ahead and put a piece of felt or a piece of fabric, and then you can just glue this button right on. So all of those items are included. There is a Make Finishing Fun postcard. It'll tell you how to go ahead and finish that pillow off the way that I did. You know, but you can also, instead of stitching right sides together, just leave a little hole at the bottom. I always do it at the bottom, and don't stitch right sides together, and then just hand stitch that closed. Then you don't have to worry about what the back looks like. Okay, so anyway, here it is once again. Patriotic She Shed, Maybella bag, cute little golden retriever. That's my favorite. And of course that is sold out and is not available to the public. Now let me just tell you something I decided to do in case the word gets out, because you know, people do talk. Although the Bella bags are exclusive to newsletter subscribers, and the charts, and the bags, at the All Things Disney retreat, I decided that my attendees are subscribers in a way, because they are newsletter subscribers and they also attend the retreat. So I did allow them to receive the Strawberry Cottage. You all kind of went over the moon for that particular chart. So I thought, well, you know, why punish them? They paid all this money to come all this way to see Priscilla and Chelsea, to hang out with me, although why in the world, right? I'm just kidding. So let me go ahead and just, you know, have that available. So some folks at the retreat were able to get that, which is fun. Okay, so let me put this aside because I'm having butterfingers. I can't get that button back in that bag. Okay, so now I'm going to share with you Anabella's latest release. This is called Cottagecore Summer. And I have to say, this is probably one of my favorite designs that my daughter and I have collaborated on. It's a set of 1, 2, 3. There's 4 different charts. They're all sold separately. Pardon me, let me get a sip of water. I decided not to do these in a booklet because when you put everything together in a booklet, the price can get a little high. So instead, I listed each of these charts separately so that you could just pick and choose whatever you'd like. So let me start with our big one. This is our summer cottage. So this is Cottagecore Summer. And there, of course, you have your pretty shutters here, just really, really cute. Finished off on the back with some fabric. This is the French gingham fabric. And I'm not sure if I showed this in the last video, but if I did, I apologize. I didn't go back and look at FlossTube from 2 weeks ago because I was rushing to get on camera. But if I have showed this before, I apologize. But if you haven't, there you go. You get to see it again. So this is our pretty Cottagecore Summer. Then we have our cute little mouse. He's so stinking cute. And I think now that I'm doing this, I did show this before, but you know what? Here you go again. So there's our sweet little mouse, and this is on a board from Hobby Lobby, and also finished with some of the French General gingham fabric, woven ginghams, and then this fabric here, and I don't remember what it's called, but I believe we're sold out of it. So there you go. That's our summer Cottagecore mouse. This has probably been, everybody's just fallen in love with this. This is our Cottagecore flowers. Of course, we have a strawberry here. This is finished on one of our Bella boards. This is called our Heart Bella board. You can find this in the shop. I just did a fabric ribbon, very easy. You don't need a big tutorial on this. You know, you just make a bow, for goodness sakes. There you go, right? And then I just had a button maker. You can buy those on Amazon. They're very inexpensive. I like to make finishing fun, and I like to make it simple, and I don't think you need a lot of instruction on how to tie a bow, so I'm not going to give you a video or a tutorial on that. You know, I just make it just like I would tie a bow, you know, in my hair. It's meant to look kind of farmhouse cottagecore style. So you have that. It's got a string hanging there. And again, this is just mounted. All of our Bella boards are at least a 1/4 inch thick. So they're nice. And then this one does come with a kickstand, so that if you want, you can either hang this or you can display it on a table using the kickstand, or you can lean it, whatever you so desire. But this is that. And then last is our sweet little goose. Oh my God, she's so stinking cute. Here she is. And she's the last in the summer Cottagecore series. Now she is finished off on one of our new clipboard cuties. So we have 3 color options. What I love about the clipboard cuties is that they come just like this. You can just lift this, and I just glued this bow on here. If you look at some of the others, this is the black one, and then here is the red one. So all of them have a kickstand in the back, so they're easy for you to put up, you know, and display. And then they're 5x7, so most of our charts will fit on a clipboard cutie like she does. And if you just finish it off on a piece of mounting board like I did, it's very easy to then just very carefully clip her right to the board. All right, so you'll find those clipboard cuties in the Etsy shop. We're going through them pretty quick, but the supplier is able to get them to me pretty quick until she doesn't have any more available. So if you want one, grab one, because I don't know when the supplier will sell out. We've already kind of placed a couple of really large orders, so those may dwindle. And if they do, I expect that they'll come back sometime in midsummer. So there's that. So that's it for the Anabella's needle art. You can find all of those charts either in the Etsy shop, or you can find them at anabellas.net, where we will give you a 10% discount to offset shipping costs. Okay, now I'm just going to insert a couple of photos. Slow stuff. We're not getting a lot of releases in from designers, but we do have Cottage Garden samplings. If you know Vinny, you know what an incredible designer she is. In the Woods, Into the Woods is a series that she had last year, and she's kicking it off with In the Woods. I think it's In the Woods or Into the Woods 2. So this is series 2, and it kicks off with the wolf. So here's the wolf. If you go to the Etsy shop and you click this chart, you're going to see the layout of all of the other 11 charts that will be forthcoming. I expect that to release one of these a month. We're not going to do an auto ship on this particular series, but you know, as soon as the photos are released, you'll be able to find those charts either in Etsy or on the website, so that you can order them, and they'll ship, of course, just like they would if it was an auto ship, as soon as they get here. So that's really fun. And we do have a Facebook group. I'm going to put the link below. This is the Facebook group that we started for the first series. So we're just going to continue it, and you guys can hop in now if you haven't joined and stitch along this new part 2, all 12 charts in our Facebook group. So be sure to check that out. It's a great group. We have quite a few people in it, and I know you'll have a good time. Samplers and Primitives came out with Flowers of Liberty. This is a great chart, very pretty. I just love her style, and you can grab that as well. And then Erica Michaels, we have 2 new charts from her, from Linda. These charts are pre-order. So you're gonna go ahead and place a pre-order for this. I believe these will ship at the very end of the month, beginning of June. So I think I have like a 3 or 4 week window. So keep an eye out. But the first one is Be a Blue Bonnet, just a great berry. as well. And then here is her samplers trio. So I thought this was really fun. So you get a whole trio of samplers. And speaking of Erica Michaels, Linda, as well as Sweet Wing Studio, our retreat for autumn, so that's the All Things Autumn retreat, is going to be held on September 18th through 21st of this year. Now we have, pardon me. We have a lot of people that are already registered because this was a rescheduled event because of Hurricane Helene. So originally this event was supposed to take place at the same time Hurricane Helene hit. So we had to obviously cancel it, or postpone it rather. And this is the rescheduled. But because a lot of folks moved from that rescheduled retreat to another retreat, I just plugged them in to other retreats. We do have some spaces open. So if you want to spend a wonderful time in the beautiful Smoky Mountains in fall, it's beautiful. It will be in Asheville, so mostly everything has reopened. Biltmore is open again. Biltmore Village, a lot of shops are opening. It's going to be fabulous. And of course, Erica Michaels is the guest designer, and Sweet Wing Studios is going to be there as well. We're going to have trunk shows and all kinds of fun things. So be sure to check it out. Go to anabellas.net. You can read about it there. And registration is going to be open for that until I have all my seats filled. And so, you know, another couple weeks at least. All right, now we talked about the girlfriend getaways. Okay, so our first girlfriend getaway is our summer girlfriend getaway. That is going to be held June 27th through 29th. Now, we already have quite a few people that have registered. That's going to be held right here. Well, where is right here? So I'm sitting in the living room or in the lobby of Anabella's. If you're new to my channel, we have a 4,000 square foot log home that is a commercial space now and has been converted. So there is lots and lots of places for everyone to come and spend a wonderful weekend sitting and stitching and doing all of the things that we do at any other Anabella's retreat. We are going to have a swag bag. Your lunch is included on both Friday and Saturday. We'll have a raffle, games and prizes, a smalls exchange. We're going to do a scavenger hunt. There's going to be a fabulous freebies table, fabulous finishes. We're going to have a make finishing fun chat and a demo. There's going to be some outdoor stitchy spots, weather permitting. There's going to be soda, coffee, tea, water, and a hot cocoa bar throughout the event, afternoon snacks, some optional events, 20% off any indoor shopping, and the entire building will be closed to the public. So this is just for girls or women, I call it a girlfriend getaway, to come and gather. So that doesn't mean men can't come. You're more than welcome to. You know, anyone is welcome to come and spend this time with us. It's only $159. So for a 3-day stitching event with Anabella's, that's really a nice price. We try to keep it very affordable, and because I don't have, you know, a $6,000 or an $8,000 hotel bill for renting space, that gives me the opportunity to really drive that price down for folks that want to come to a retreat, just haven't been able to afford it. Now, let me just caution or preface this by saying we're going to do the retreats here at Anabella's in our beautiful building and our beautiful shop when space allows. We also will be having these girlfriend getaways at Lake Logan, which is an equal distance from the Asheville airport to our shop, or equal distance from the Asheville airport to Lake Logan. And more on that will be coming to you soon. Girlfriend getaway is open for registration. The next one's going to open for registration probably next week. I'd like to get people registered as quickly as I can so that I know how many to expect. So just great. We love to bring you these retreats, you guys. You know, having just come off of Disney and having a larger group than I would ever have at a girlfriend getaway. I like both. But I love having people here in our own backyard. I love the fact that we can have you come and sit at round tables or sit in our gathering place or cuddle up on the sofa that I'm on right now and put on some FlossTube, listen to some music, and just spend a weekend stepping back from your life, you know, and taking a deep breath and maybe going for a long walk or for a hike, or maybe getting a massage or getting your nails done. You know, there's lots of time to stitch over a 3-day weekend, but there's also a lot of time for you to do something special for you. So either grab a girlfriend or not. I had someone reach out and said, well, I don't have any girlfriends. Well, that kind of crushed my spirit. And I reminded her, the girlfriend getaway weekends aren't necessarily for you to have a girlfriend that you come with. A girlfriend getaway weekend is for you to make new stitchy friends. And one of the things that I hear after all of the retreats that we do is how many newbies come to our events and leave with lifelong friends. You know, that's why we do these, you know, not only to bring you all together, but so that you can make these connections with like-minded people, you know, that share the same love of stitching or paper crafting or quilting or knitting and crocheting as you do. So check it out. Go to girlfriendgetawayweekends.com or go to anabellas.net. You can read all about it. And of course, you can email me anytime if you have any questions about any of our events, and I'm happy to talk with you about that. I also had some questions about our virtual retreats. Everything was up on the website and I took them down because I was kind of feeling a little bit overwhelmed and want to make sure that if I do these events that I can bring you the very, very best experience. So I haven't made the decision yet whether I'm going to do a summer virtual pop-up retreat. I'll ponder it over the next couple days. You know, if I think I can and bring you a great experience, I will do that. Our last event was fantastic. These are much smaller. These are virtual. You know, these are for folks who can't come to a live in-person retreat. And the reason we do these virtual events is we want you to have a great time where you can sit and stitch and, you know, enjoy the company of other people without having to leave your home or going to a friend's house and just joining in together. Those are either held on Zoom or through a different platform that we use. Just depends on my mood at the time that I decide to move forward with it. So stay tuned. I'll let you know next week probably if I'm going to move forward with that, or you'll just see it pop up in social media, on Facebook or on our website. So make sure you check our website out every now and again because if I have a brainstorm, that's where you're going to find things first. Okay, Happy Mail. So Happy Mail, last time we met, which was 2 weeks ago, it was Mother's Day. The question was, what are your Mother's Day plans? And I read through them. It sounded like a lot of you had some wonderful plans. Some of you had no plans, which was perfectly fine with you. So whatever you did, I hope you had a wonderful day. And if I call your name, you've got to be over the age of 18 so I can ask for your mailing address. You have to comment on the question posed. You have to be a subscriber to the channel. And you have to email me at anabellashop@gmail.com, your mailing address, so I can send you your Happy Mail. Happy Mail usually goes out on Mondays, so you've got, you know, from now until then, if you're watching, or at least another week, if you hear your name called. So last week, the winners are Alice Hogan, 3819, Jilly Bean L, 66, Simply Cecilia Cross Stitch, Beth Clifford, K3G, Karen Martin, 5992, and Catherine M, 7835. So congratulations, ladies. Get that email out to me and we'll get some Happy Mail right out to you. This weekend, I thought the question could be, you know, we're going from event to event, right? So we had Mother's Day, now we have Memorial Day. What are you doing this Memorial Day weekend? I can tell you what I'm doing, nothing. I don't want to do anything. But I think that the club that we belong to, Maggie Valley Country Club, has a big members tournament this weekend. And Terry was a little reluctant because he didn't want to leave me alone in the house. And I'm like, that's okay, I can be by myself. Please go. So I think I'm going to shoot him along, scoot him out the door, and let him go play golf on Memorial Day. And then what I'll do is go down the mountain when he's done, and, you know, we'll have the barbecue or whatever they're going to do together. And if anybody on my mountain does fireworks, you know, we have to be home because the dogs can't cope. Do you have dogs that can't cope with fireworks? Poor Riley, his birthday is on the 4th of July, and it's the worst day of his life every year because he hates fireworks. So we'll be home by dark, just in case, to protect the puppies. Okay, so let me know what your plans are. So until I see you next weekend, have a great Memorial Day or next Friday. And until I see you again, be happy, be well, and most of all, be kind. See you later. Bye.